I'm going to tell you today how to make comparison among the fractions. First of all, I'll tell you how to compare like fractions. All of you know like fractions are the fraction in which denominators are the same. So whenever you have to compare the like fraction, you are going to compare the numerators. And the fraction with smaller numerator is the smallest. Then the biggest numerator is the biggest one. So in this sum, we will have 2 by 11 is lesser than 6 by 11 and 6 by 11 is lesser than 8 by 11 is lesser than 9 by 11. So in this way, we compare the like fraction. That is by comparing the numerators. Then I come to unlike fractions. We have unlike fractions of two kinds. One in which numerators are same and one in which numerators are not same. Actually, unlike fractions are the fractions with different denominators. So you can observe these are two kinds of unlike fractions. In these unlike fractions, we have same numerator. So how can we make the comparison between these two fractions? See, fraction with bigger denominator is the smallest fraction. I'll explain you why. Suppose I have a piece of cake and I divide it in two equal parts. Now, if you see, this part is 1 by 2. Again, the same piece I am going to divide in 3 equal parts. And here, this is the fraction for this figure is 1 by 3. Now, if you compare the part which are shaded, out of 2, this part is shaded and this 2, the half part is bigger than third part. So it means fraction with smaller denominator is actually the greatest one. So if you have to compare these two fractions, 2 by 5 is greater than 2 by 7. Now I come to unlike fraction. In unlike fraction, when you have to compare, you can see here numerator and denominators both are not same. So what we can do? We can compare them by cross multiplication. By cross multiplication, you will multiply the denominator of second fraction by the numerator of first fraction and denominator of first fraction by the numerator of second fraction. The way is, first of all, you write numerators of fractions. Now, you will multiply it by 7 and this 6 you will multiply by the denominator of the first fraction. But because we have not proved that whether they are equivalent or not or which is bigger or smaller, you are going to put comma. Now 3 7s are 21, 6 5s are 30. Now you can see 21 is lesser than 30. It means fraction, because this 21 we have got from this fraction. So 3 by 5 is lesser than 6 by 7. Now I come to ordering of fraction. Means if you have more than one unlike fractions, how can you make them, arrange them in any order? It can be ascending, it can be descending. So I have these 3 fractions and I want to arrange them in order. First of all, I will find the LCM of the denominators. Here I have calculated the LCM and my LCM is 48. I have these 3 fractions. Now what is the next step? To convert these fractions into equivalent fraction with the denominator 48. I will multiply 4 by a number so that 48 comes. Suppose I do not know by which number I should multiply 4 so that 48 comes. So in the LCM you see this is 4, you hide this 4. You are left with 2 multiply 3. That is 2 2s are 4, 3s are 12. So multiply denominator as well as numerator in order to convert this 3 by 4 with a fraction with the denominator 48. So this is 12 3s are 36 and 12 4s are 48. Again, now I have to convert this 5 by 12 into equivalent fraction with denominator 48. 12, you can multiply it by 4s are. If you multiply denominator, you will multiply numerator also. Why? Because this means you have multiplied it by 4 and you have divided it by 4. So there is no, you can see any change in the fraction. So 5 4s are 20. Now this is 16. 16, again suppose you are not sure by which number you should multiply 16 so that 48 comes. You see by which factors you can have 16. 2 2s are 4 and 4 4s are 16. So 3 is left. It means 3 will be multiplied in the denominator as well as in the numerator. So this is 27 by 48. Now all these fractions are like fraction. You can compare them. That is 20 by 48 is lesser than 27 by 48 is lesser than 36 by 48. Now you can write the original fraction. 20 by 48 has been drawn from 5 by 12. 27 by this is 9 by 16 and 36 by 48 by 3 by 4. So in this way we can arrange them in ascending order as well as in descending.